Welcome to my YouTube channel. Have you ever wondered how we know so much about the world we live in? That's all thanks to science. But what is science exactly? Simply put, science is a method we use to learn about everything around us. We use it to explain the natural events we see by watching closely, running tests, and coming up with theories. Imagine science as a detective trying to solve the mysteries of nature. This detective follows a process: asking a question, making a guess, testing that guess, and then checking the results to see if the guess was right or wrong. It's a continuous process of learning and improving our understanding of the universe. Therefore, science is not just a bunch of facts, it's a journey of discovery driven by our curiosity and brain power. In short, science is our tool for uncovering the secrets of the universe. And science has deep roots in human history. Our curiosity has always been a special part of us as humans. Early people who looked up at the stars with wonder are the great-great-great-grandparents of today's scientists. They asked questions and explored, setting up the basics of what we call science today. This way, thinking became more organized in ancient times. For example, in Egypt, people started studying shapes and space and the stars to try and understand the secrets of the universe and how to build things. The biggest step forward in science happened in ancient Greece. They started using what they could see and test to understand the world, instead of just believing in unpredictable gods. Two Greek thinkers were really important. One was Aristotle, who thought that science was a part of philosophy and a way to find out the basic truths about the universe. The way he observed things and used logic to make sense of them is still how science works today. Then there was Hippocrates, who we think of as the first doctor. He didn't believe that sickness was a punishment from the gods. Instead, he thought that diseases happen naturally and that we could learn about them. Doctors still make promises to do good work, like Hippocrates did, even more than 2,000 years later. These early thinkers, from the first people who looked at the stars to the philosophers in ancient Greece, started something new. They didn't have all the tools or knowledge we have today, but they kept asking questions. They didn't just accept things without understanding why, and they believed in things that could be seen and explained. This started a new era. They created the foundation for the big changes in science that were still to come. In the 16th and 17th centuries, the way we understood science changed a lot. This time is known as the scientific revolution. It was when old ideas were questioned and new ones were born. During this time, some very important people appeared who changed how we understand science forever. One of these people was Nicholas Copernicus, a Polish expert at studying the stars. Copernicus was the first to say that Earth wasn't in the middle of everything. Instead, it moved around the sun. This sun-centered idea was new and exciting. At first, some people didn't like it, but it helped us make more discoveries about space. Then there was Galileo Galilei from Italy. Galileo is famous for making telescopes better. This let him see space in a way no one had before. What he saw proved Copernicus was right and broke the old idea that space was perfect and never changed. And we can't forget Sir Isaac Newton, an English scientist and math whiz. Newton's rules about how things move and gravity are still very important for understanding how the physical world works. His work in science and math created the basics for classical mechanics. And his way of using math to explain the world helped create the scientific method we still use today. These people each did something to challenge old ideas and change how we see the world forever. Their ideas were new and exciting, breaking old ideas and changing how we see the universe. The scientific revolution wasn't just about finding new, it was about changing how people thought about and understood the world. It was a time when people started to question what they were told was true and look for their own answers. The scientific revolution changed how we understand the universe and where we fit in. It was a time of finding out new things, asking questions, and most importantly, understanding. It was the start of a new time in science, and we can still see its effects today. Science didn't just stop after the scientific revolution, it kept growing. The 1800s and 1900s were times of big scientific discoveries. In these years, our knowledge about life, matter, and the universe changed a lot. One of the biggest ideas of the 1800s was Charles Darwin's theory of evolution by natural selection. This new idea, shared in 1859, made us think differently about life on Earth. It suggested that all species are related and have slowly changed over time through natural selection. Darwin's idea became a very important part of modern biology and how we understand nature. Jumping ahead to the early 1900s, a young scientist named Albert Einstein changed how we understand physics. In 1905, Einstein shared his theory of special relativity, changing our thoughts about space and time. About 10 years later, he added to this with his theory of general relativity, which included the idea of gravity as a bend in space-time. These big ideas set the stage for a lot of modern physics, including how we understand black holes and the Big Bang. Speaking of the Big Bang, this idea is another big part of modern science. Georges Lemaire suggested in the 1920s that the universe started from a single point and has been growing ever since. This idea was given more weight by the work of scientist Stephen Hawking in the late 1900s. Today, science keeps trying to learn more, leading us into an ever more amazing universe. From the tiniest bits to the huge cosmos, modern science tries to solve the mysteries of everything. With each new thing we learn, we grow to appreciate the detailed tapestry of our universe even more. Science is not just about learning about the universe, it also changes our daily lives. Let's talk technology. Every gadget we use today, like our phones and cars, are made because of the progress made in science over many years. The rules of physics and math make our devices work, while computer science and engineering keep making better and more efficient technologies. The internet, which has changed our society greatly, shows the power of science. When we look at medicine, science has made a big difference. It helped us understand the human body better, leading to the creation of treatments and surgeries that can save lives, vaccines, antibiotics, MRIs, organ transplants. These all happened because of scientific research. Right now, science is helping make personalized medicine where treatments will be made for a person's specific genes. In terms of taking care of the environment, science plays a big part in helping us understand and solve the problems our planet faces. For example, climate science has helped raise awareness about global warming and guided policies meant to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Also, scientific research is making new strides in renewable energy technologies, giving hope for a future where we can sustain ourselves. In all these fields, science does not stop after finding something new. It keeps moving, turning these new finds into things we can use to improve our lives. It's a non-stop process, a conversation between understanding and using, between theory and practice. Science has changed our society in many ways, from how we talk to each other and travel, to how we treat sicknesses and take care of our planet. It's a tool for progress, a sign of hope, and a proof of human curiosity and smarts. From the computer you use to the medicine that saves lives, science is very important to the world we live in. So what's next for science? Well, science is taking us to some pretty cool places like artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, and climate science. Artificial intelligence, or AI, could change everything we do, from how we take care of our health to how we get around and even what we do at home. Can you picture a world where AI helps doctors find out what's making us sick or makes traffic move faster? Then there's genetic engineering. This could let us get rid of diseases caused by faulty genes, or even make us better than we are now. Imagine a time when we can choose what genes we have, like we choose what apps we have on our phones. Climate science is all about keeping our planet safe. With the right science, we can fight climate change and make sure future generations have a good place to live. Ahead, one thing is for sure: science is going to keep changing our world in ways we can't even think of yet. Did you enjoy this journey through the evolution of science? From the dawn of scientific understanding, through the revolution, into the modern era, and peering into the future, we've covered a lot of ground. If you found these insights into science enlightening, we hope you'll join us for more. Remember to hit that subscribe button for more educational content like this. If you found this video informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Your likes and comments help us to create more content that you love. Also, do you know someone who might be interested in the history and future of science? Don't hesitate to share this video with them. Spreading knowledge is one of the core principles of science after all. Thank you for watching, and remember, keep exploring. Science is not just about learning facts, it's about asking questions, seeking answers, and continuously pushing the boundaries of our understanding. Stay curious, keep asking, and never stop learning.